So let's go through the news for a start. Just before we do, we've got a couple more SAM workshops, nothing on this week, but one next week, I think, or two. Sorry, I can't remember the dates. And if you still wanted to get into the standard session, we're only up to the second session with the standard at the moment. Primer is pretty much finishing this week, so next weekend we'll have the, I think it's, depends on you, Eusebio, if we're doing the end of course for Primer next weekend in the scrolling party.
Let me check on my agenda. Let me check. Yes, it's on Saturday the 25th.
Okay.
Indeed.
Sure. So yeah, so next week is the second of the SAM workshops. Non-farm payroll the following week is the third, and next weekend is the Primer end of course, where Eusebio shows 3 examples. Okay, and Robert B. Revised format. Okay, don't know what that means. And hey Bruce. Okay, let's go. So here's the Forex Factory page and our page.
Okay, and we are on the right day. Okay.
And
then
time, yes.
Yeah, on Sunday we have the Kiwi CPI quarter over quarter, which is the major higher time frames.
Mm-hmm.
And of course we should expect a smaller number. So we have the yen trade balance, major higher time frames.
Yep.
Then we have the euro current account, major higher time frames, as well as the trade balance. I will monitor the German Bundesbank monthly report.
Yep.
Then we have the card wholesale sales month over month, major. And then I will monitor the monetary policy meeting minutes of with the OZ.
Okay.
And I will also pay attention to let's see the content of the speech by law. Due to the speech titled "Economic and Financial Update at the Reserve Bank of Australia in Sydney."
Yeah, monitor.
Not necessarily. Oh, yeah, it is an economic and financial update. Monitor, yeah, because it will come after the meeting minutes. Then we have the Swiss trade balance, major higher time frames. We have the Euro-German ZU economic sentiment, major. And the ZU economic sentiment, major also.
Okay, changing the in the pound unemployment rates, not going to.
No.
Okay.
Then we have the card core retail sales month over month, major. Then the card retail sales month over month, major. Then the Kiwi GDP price index, major higher time frames.
Yep.
Yeah, of course, in the present context, we can check all the unemployment rate, of course. So, for the pound, it could be a good idea to set it as monitor.
Sure.
But we know what is happening. So, almost all the numbers are bad. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Then on Wednesday, we have the. I will monitor the pound CPI year over year and the core CPI year over year. Then I will monitor also the pound PPI input and output month over month. Then we have the CAD CPI month over month, major higher time frames.
Mm-hmm.
I will monitor the CPI year over year and the common CPI year over year.
Okay.
Then, yeah, sure.
It did cause a bit of a jump last time, but it comes through at the same time. Oh no, that was the pound. Sorry, that was the pound.
Yeah, this gives a good idea on the long-term perspective for the inflation. Then we have the CAD core CPI month over month, major higher time frames. And I will monitor the common CPI year over year is enough. So Then after that, we will have, I will monitor the euro consumer confidence, monitor, of course, the crude oil inventories. You have seen how the price of crude oil has dropped tremendously.
Yes, I heard Trump had a talk to them to try and get the price back up, and I thought that's not going to work. Pretty much everything he does goes the opposite. So, it just didn't cut it. Well, cut enough. Yep. Anyway.
Yeah. So my forecast has been finally realized, because remember a few years ago I have explained that during an important crisis the price of crude oil could drop to $20. Mm-hmm. We are at that level. So
but that happened before it, Eusebio, and you're acting like Prichter now.
No. I have said at that moment during an important crisis. So.
Okay.
Then on Thursday.
Right. Okay.
Can you scroll down the calendar?
Just as an info, there are 70 news this week, and the majority of them, like 60%, are in the morning. There's only about 15 or so in the US session.
Okay. Then on Thursday, so we have the Euro-German GfK consumer climate, so major. Then we will have, let's see, we will have the pound manufacturing PMI, which is an important one, so major, as well as the flash services PMI.
What are you looking at? Pound manufacturing
GPP, flash manufacturing PMI and flash services PMI.
Okay, got them. Yeah, you missed out the flash bit, so I wasn't too sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
We can also, so major, we can also monitor the similar for the euro, so the flash manufacturing CMI and the flash services PMI. But usually for Europe it's less important, but in the present context it's not bad to observe it. So then we will have, similarly for the US dollar, flash manufacturing PMI and flash services PMI, so major. Monitor the natural gas storage. Then we have the GfK consumer confidence for the GBP, so major. And I will monitor for the yen, the national core CPI year over year. And then for Friday,
nobody's been talking lately much.
Friday, we have the pound retail sales month-over-month major. We have the Euro-German E4 business climate, I will monitor. And we have the US dollar core durable goods order month-over-month and durable goods order month-over-month major, both major.
Okay.
And that's it.
Phew, okay. I was wrong with what I said. There were 17 news items, but it's the ones that are marked PM are which come in like in the US afternoon is where there's less news coming through. So I forget what I said. So there's 70 news items, and I'll scrunch all these down for the website. If anybody's got some questions on this, Dan wants a yearly forecast out of you, Xavier. I think you missed COVID this year. Okay. Okay, nice for you guys. Still just up around $2 a litre here in New Zealand. Okay, we have it all gift wrapped and flown in by chartered jets. Okay, that's what makes it so expensive. Okay, anyway, back to business. So anything that's marked with an H4 for higher time frame traders, H4 and above, if there's news coming out, then don't place any orders 1 hour prior. Get out of it within half an hour of the news coming out. Anything that's marked with major applies to all the smaller time frames. Same thing. Don't place any orders 1 hour prior. Get out of it within half an hour. And now for the exceptions. This applies to all news that's got the euro in it. When I can find something, can't find anything. Okay, applies to the euro, the US, and the yen. So those are the three big majors. So if there's any news coming out on that, doesn't matter what pair you're in, take those considerations into account. If you're trading a smaller pair like the CAD or the Swiss or the Kiwi or something like that, and there's news coming out on that, do the same thing. But if you're, say, for instance, in some other pair that doesn't involve the smaller pairs, like the Kiwi or the Aussie or the Swiss, and they're not related, then you can just keep on trading through that perhaps, because it's unlikely that the Kiwi will impact, say, the Swiss yen pair or something like that, if that's what you're in. But be aware of it, because sometimes I've seen even the Kiwi, the smallest of all the pairs, come out and make the pound dollar do a jump because it was such a surprise. So just be careful. For standard people and SAM people, if you're going into the trade and you've got lots of scale-ins in place already, knock back some of the scale-ins so that you're protecting your profits and your account. The whole reason for not placing the orders beforehand is to protect your account, because if you don't have an account, you can't trade. So your account is the prime thing to be careful of. And primers, that's why we say for you to get out of them, because price can jump so much when if there's a surprise news announcement that comes out. And a surprise is when, let me see if I can bring this up. Let's come back up here. Major on the Kiwi. Major on the Kiwi is when, this is a good one. Eusebio, I can't remember. Can you explain what a surprise would be for 0.4% prediction?
We need to have a deviation of minimum 0.2%. So a CPI over 0.6 or below 0.2 would be a big surprise.
Okay, thanks.
But normally, under normal conditions, now with the pandemic, so we may have a bigger deviation, and most probably the bad number is already priced in the Kiwi pairs. So
okay.
So even if we get a big deviation, I'm not sure we will have an impact in the Kiwi. We have seen that several times during these several last weeks, so it was very bad news and no reaction, no significant reaction in the corresponding pairs. So.
Okay, so in general, for anything that's percentage, you're looking for a 0.2% difference to be considered in normal times a surprise. Now, if it's something like the current account, Eusebio, what difference, how would you calculate?
This is a little more difficult.
Surprise, yeah.
Yeah, this is a little more difficult. The deviation can be between 20 and 50% of the number. So it depends on the news. For the current account, typically it would be around 20-25% deviation. So if you have a forecast of 36 billion, 1 quarter is 9 billion. So if the deviation is larger than 9 billion, then this can be considered as a big deviation.
Okay, you're being a bit specific with the actual news there, Eusebio. So
yeah.
In general, if, say, another trade balance, what else do we have? Major wholesale sales, CAD. Where are we? So for instance here, for the wholesale sales, if it's, again, you're looking at a 20% variation.
Yeah, 20%, okay. 20-25%, yeah.
Okay, so these are 20%.
For many, it would be 20-25%. For the non-farm payroll, it's more like 30 to 50%.
Cool. Okay. So just a general rule of thumb is what I was after. But thank you. Okay, and any questions?
But it is even a little more complex than that. Let's suppose we have a big deviation. Let's suppose, for example, we have on a US dollar news release a big deviation, a positive big deviation. So this should normally strengthen the US dollar. Let's take, for example, the euro-US dollar. Strengthening, a US dollar strengthening, this means that normally the euro-US dollar should go downward. But you have to also observe what the price has done before the news release. And if the price has already gone downward, this means that the impact will be smaller, because at least a portion of the deviation is already priced in the pair. If, on the contrary, the price has moved upward, then there could be a very big potential for a down movement. So you have always to figure out what the price has made during the last hours, several hours before the news release. Oh, COVID?
Oh, sorry, I thought I'd muted that. Apologies, everyone. Hope you don't catch anything.
About the COVID-19, I have a small anecdote here.
Uh-oh.
There was
Dad joke, everybody. Dad joke.
No, it showed the stupidity of some person. I don't know how we call the person in the government who speaks for the entire government when the news must be done. But she is a lady. But it's not the fact that she is a lady. It happened that she is a lady. And she has said, it's strange that you don't have enough experience with the COVID-19 because there has been 18 previous COVID. She was not realizing that the 19 means 2019, in fact, and there was no 18 previous COVID, so ignorance, stupidity.
Yep. We even had that here in New Zealand. It's just... And Eusebio's ordered a year's worth of masks. He admitted that just prior. That was the minimum he could buy, though, so it wasn't his problem. Okay, let's carry on. Remember, ring around the rosy. I'm not that old, Ralph, but yes. Okay. So the pairs, here are the 28 majors, and the range is getting a bit smaller. So if I just stretch this out, so I don't think we need this anymore. Okay, so we did get up to just over 3,000 for the range. Now we're dropping back down to just over 2,000, so it's dropped back quite a bit already. Most of these were up in the thousands just a couple of weeks ago. Now they're getting really tiny again. So we're getting back into the rangy times, it looks like. Still reasonable moves going on in some of the pairs, but again, tight movements. And what I've done is I've taken out these top pairs, and moved them over here so that Eusebio can match up the pairs for the week with the news for the day to come up with special daily top pairs. So let's do that, Eusebio.
Okay.
So on Sunday we've got Kiwi.
Just a moment.
Okay.
I'm writing a message.
Okay. Hey, Ken.
Okay. Okay, so on Monday we have, sorry.
Hey, Bruce. Okay, we've got the Kiwi.
The Kiwi. Kiwi, it's here, okay.
The Yen.
The Yen, here, okay.
The Euro.
The Euro, Euro, okay.
And the CAD.
And the CAD, so here and here. Okay. So the first choice will be the Euro Kiwi or the Euro Aussie.
Okay. Yep.
Then we can consider the pound CAD.
Just the CAD, okay.
Yeah, the pound CAD, yeah. And then we can consider the pound Kiwi or pound Aussie.
Okay. On Tuesday, we've got nothing left over from Monday. And on Tuesday we've got the Swiss.
The Swiss, okay.
Euro.
The Euro, okay.
And the CAD.
And
well, yep, the CAD. And add the Kiwi, because this can come out during the US afternoon session or after the US close. So,
okay. Then the third choice will be the Euro Kiwi or Euro Aussie.
Yep.
Then again the Pound CAD.
Okay.
And then again the Pound Kiwi or Pound Aussie. Same choice as Monday.
Okay. And on Tuesday we have, leftovers from Tuesday, we've got the Kiwi.
The Kiwi, okay.
Hang on. I'll come back to that, Dan. I don't know what 1, 2, 3 means. Oh, no, that's correct, Dan. I'll come back to it. So, Wednesday we've got the CAD.
The CAD, okay.
That's it.
Okay, so we will have the let's see, the Pound CAD or the US dollar CAD. Then we will have the Pound Kiwi or Pound Aussie. And then the Euro Kiwi or the Euro Aussie.
Okay, and there's nothing left over from Wednesday. So, let me pull this down. So for Thursday, we have the Euro.
The Euro, so Euro, okay.
The Pound.
The Pound, okay.
The United States American dollar.
So the US dollar, okay.
And that's it.
And that's it. Okay, so we will have the Pound US dollar.
Thought I had one of those. Okay.
Then we will have the Euro Pound.
Yep.
And then we can take the Pound Kiwi or Pound Aussie.
Okay. And for Friday, we have leftovers from Thursday is the Pound.
So the Pound, and Pound, okay.
Okay, and then the US dollar.
The US dollar, okay, here and here. Okay, so we will have the Pound US dollar, first of all.
Okay.
And then the Pound Kiwi or Pound Aussie.
Yep.
And then the Pound CAD.
Okay.
Now let's check if we cover the 3 sessions. So on Monday we cover the 3 sessions. On Tuesday we cover the 3 sessions. On Wednesday we cover the 3 sessions. On Thursday we cover the 3 sessions. And on Friday we cover the 3 sessions. Okay. So there are pairs for the 3 sessions.
Okay, and Dan said I've labelled these 1, 1, 3 instead of 1, 2, 3. These ones are the first choice, so that's why I didn't go 1, 2. You can pick. They've got equal placing, really. So it doesn't matter which one you pick. They're just the first choices that you go to. And this, if nothing in here is working, then you pick this lot down here, the third choice. That's all I was meaning by that. I had no other way of sort of lining this lot up. If you come up with something, cool, I'll incorporate it. And hey, Tony. And okay, so I'll just save this so that all our work is in place. And once the session is finished, I'll upload it all to the website and send out an email to everybody. Okay. Yep. Now what? Does anybody have any questions or want to be unmuted? Okay, Dan, thank you. and I'll correct it into a human type version. So we've got some homework charts to go through.